The other day, I had a conversation with a good friend who has been around risk management for quite some time. We talked about bringing the proven, practical pragmatics of risk management to AI risk and why projects continue to be a source of frustration. The frustration appears to be across business transformation, technology transformation, data transformation, and for AI. This post looks at aspects of project management risk from this conversation. Our approach to managing risk in projects. The conversation we had covered 5 main areas as shown. Regime for success. Assume projects will fail. Implement a regime to make successful. Quality over quantity. Fewer projects and with resources away from operations. Meeting needs. Business-driven alignment to changing organizational priorities. Project risk. Business impact risk management from the projects upwards. Risk provision. Estimating risk, cost, people, infrastructure, service, vendors, etc. Let us explore aspects of these further. Regime for success. In our conversation, the realities of projects in the real world was discussed, from overruns, costs, to lack of business realization. The need for a regime for success was identified. Though we want success, the starting assumption should be that the project will fail. Why? The numbers tell us the failure rates way exceed success rates in projects. The question then becomes, what measures are needed to prevent failure and how are these risks managed? A regime for success can include better business cases, doing less projects but of higher quality and more important priority. Acceptance and proactive risk management. A project is important enough that time away from operations is a priority. Outwardly, the talk remains about success, what we're doing to ensure success, the benefits, etc. By recognizing project failure, a regime for success is created. Try it and be surprised. Quality over quantity. Feedback around projects often includes that a business is trying to do too many projects at once, with impacts on service delivery, change fatigue, and a lack of focus. Often expressed are the views that fewer projects should be done. The most important ones need to be prioritized. The projects need to be business-driven. Gaps in leadership, decision-making, and clarity of activity are of frustration. The tendency to just add projects to the operational workload, whether business or technology, is of concern. The lack of formal rigor around costs, tangible benefits, resources, and what is needed to actually make a project happen are often noted. It is the quality of projects which matters. Part of this is business management. Part of it is how risk is addressed, and part of it is leadership. Meeting needs. Another basic business management aspects of projects is meeting business needs, both at the start and as needs change through the duration of a project. While a business case can help, it is having a business driver that matters. The business need is sufficient that not only will it cover the cost of a project, but the driver is sufficient sufficient to source time away from operations to assure a project. The needs will change over the life of a project, and review and change management is required. It is the business driver for a project with commitment of time from operations, which is often omitted from the risk management. Project risk. Better management of project risk across the stakeholders. The risk to the delivery of a project, cost, budget, schedule is often reported. The business impact risk from a project is often omitted. While part of impact risk may be considered as program or portfolio management, a project needs to report the business impact risk it is having, including aspects like resources needing time away from operations, the impact of delays to a business from a project, the business being able to operate around projects, especially if many projects are occurring. Where possible, these risks are monetized. Again, this is a business management issue, a risk management issue and governance issue. The expectation of projects needs to be made clear. Risk provision. One area of the discussion was risk provision. From the 10% estimates in simple project costs to more complex estimation based on costs, people, vendors, services, and infrastructure required against major risks identified, different approaches for risk estimation were considered. The importance of risk identification, the accommodation of risk in the business cases, and the revisions of risks as business needs change were all noted. Of particular significance was the politics of the regime and the acceptance of understanding of risk across stakeholders. Again, this is Business Management 101. This post is about a different view on risk management from projects. As a wrap-up, please remember that funds are provisioned against a risk, but it is on issues, realized risks, where funds are spent. The practical application is with you. Thank you for your time. May this post be of value. Please feel free to like, share, and comment.